Well, let's see if my channel even has a pulse here. We'll wait it out. All right, got a couple of viewers. Good morning, everybody. How the hell is it going out there in the land of activism on the eve of September 11th? Unless I got my dates screwed up here, right? Yeah, September the 10th, 2021. Out here camping. Been camping for the week. Just shuffled off the kids. Got to clear up site at about 12 o'clock this afternoon. We'll be boogieing on out of here. Kids are gone. Wife is gone. Everybody's gone. We've been cleaning up all morning. Yours truly, the Tyrant Slayer, just needed... I needed I needed a break. Let's put it like that. And I've been super stressed out with my family court case, which is going to not only appeals court, but federal court. There's a lawsuit tied to all of my objective involved with that as well. That's going to be a long game sort of objective, but basically I'm not in a good place in my family court case right now, and my daughter has been left in the custody of a drug addict, a drug dealer, domestic violence, neglect, abuse, and it's all been facilitated by the state. Aside from my own family court case, I have a great interview coming out with a family living in Kansas. You folks may or may not have heard about the young man who drove his mother into a frozen lake back in the tail end of January, maybe mid-February, earlier this year. They're trying to charge this poor kid who has a very obvious and very evident mental health issue with attempted murder. That despite his mother's pleas and wishes, his mother does not want to charge him with murder. The state has an interest in doing that for one reason or another. And this poor kid has been locked up in a prison, awaiting his trial, despite the fact that the judge has ruled that he's mentally incompetent and cannot stand trial for said charges. So I got an interview with the mother of that young man and his brother coming out. I might get that up for you by, we'll say, 8 o'clock tonight. If not, it'll be up Saturday morning for sure. But my channel's been rather inactive as a result of heavy censorship. I had a couple strikes working against me for some time as well. And ever since then, this channel has been kind of quiet. Jacob Castro, thank you so much, my man. Please, folks, give me a like. I got 0 likes. You know, I knew I was taking a risk coming on at 8:30 in the morning here. It's, according to the analytics, not the best time for me to be around. But it's been some time since I've been around, and to be quite honest, I miss the audience. I miss each and every one of you. And I think it's fair that you guys get an update. I just wanted to give you an update. I've been super stressed out. I needed to take a break. I've taken out the 4 boys. We've gone camping all week. We've gotten away from the state and all of its manufactured hysteria and crisis. We're just taking a little break. We needed a break. But tonight when I get home, I will be neck deep in it, and I'm going to be publishing an interview It's a very important interview. I would encourage all of you to watch it and to look up what's going on. Nice. Restless nights. Well, hey man, thanks for joining me here. I sincerely appreciate it. If you guys have any questions, I'm here now. AFE, what's up, buddy? Ask me any questions, I'll give you the answers. My family court case is in dire straits. I am going to be suing. I am going to be going up to federal court with all of that. I'm going up to the state appellate court. Uh, there's a family that reached out to me here in Connecticut who has a very similar family law case, and he wants me to assist in exposing his family court case, and he's going to sue as well. In fact, we're going to try to set precedents and some case law between the two of us. So I will be publishing a bunch on that and keeping you guys up to date daily once I get in touch with him and we start making some moves together. That should all be coming to a head within the next week. I would say maybe by Monday next week we'll be going live from Hartford talking to the Department of Justice. I've already called the Connecticut District Attorney's Office. I've already called Department of Justice. Nick, Rick Pierce, thank you so much. Robin Davis, thank you. Jacob, again, thanks for being here. Yeah, so I got that going on. I do have a ton of videos that I did with Rogue Nation that I'm going to be publishing as well. I've got some new advertising for Activism News Network. Folks, if you have not subscribed to our work, the collective work of myself and my 21 colleagues from Rogue Nation, Joe Cool, James Madison Audits, Acura Amanda, you know the crew, Ebor Rob, Jesus, I hate to say names because if I forget anyone, John Felax, all of us are in there. Activism News Network is $3.99 a month. If you head on over to activismnewsnetwork.com, you can register over there and check out our collective body of work. Yeah, that's all it seems to be about. It is certainly not, and I have tangible physical evidence that it is certainly not about. The Connecticut family court system does not give a rat's hoot about the health and the betterment and what's best for any child in the state of Connecticut. This is a huge racket. In fact, in my case, the conflict of interest between the judge and the representing attorney for the plaintiff is that the judge used to work for the very same law firm that the lawyer is working for now. But so, yeah, no, it doesn't matter. Conflict of interest. We'll just keep on going on. It became very clear to me throughout a number of proceedings that the state of Connecticut doesn't care about the health and safety, physical or mental, of any child, specifically my child, and is only about the money. This is all about job security and money for the corrupt Connecticut family court system and the corrupt state of Connecticut. That's a fact. And it's a terrible, terrible, sad fact. Right now, my 12-year-old daughter going on 13 is in a home which houses drug dealers. The mother is soliciting sex for money and heroin and fentanyl. Her boyfriend deals heroin and fentanyl. He called me and told me he got arrested dealing heroin for the mother of my child. Right? I've got body cam footage of domestic violence occurring in that house between my ex and my daughter. And when the police totally failed to properly investigate anything. I mean, when there's broken glass in a house, that's usually evidence of violence, broken pictures and frames and things like that. No investigation into anything. Even the police here have failed miserably. So, lots going on with the Connecticut family court case. It is totally corrupt, but I'm not going to leave. I'm going to fight. I'm going to stay here and I'm going to clean it up. Whether I have to become constitutional sheriff and run a big campaign and go broke trying to change the world out here in Connecticut or not, that's what I'm going to do. This is my home. And the state, the corrupt politicians and officials out here are not going to take my home from me, and they're not going to squander and finance away my children's future. I refuse to let that happen, and I think I have a great chance of success. Should I be supported? If I have your support, if I have your support, if I have the support of my family, if I have the support of my friends, I can do anything I can imagine I can do. Anything I believe in. And I really believe in what I'm doing. I believe in each and every one of you. I believe in the Constitution. I believe in the Bill of Rights. I believe in our laws. Yeah. Tony, I'm going to try. I'm going to fight like 10 men, my man. This family court case has been one of the hardest things I've ever had to deal with in my life. Just up there sticking in the neck of Yeah, Connecticut is seeing a lot of that as well, but I only find that happening in areas where the state is housing illegal immigrants. They don't even enforce traffic code in some towns out here in Connecticut anymore because the influx and the sudden surge in population of illegal immigrants who do not know our laws are now driving. They just go right on. They like bus them into these towns and cities throughout Connecticut in the middle of the night, sometimes during the day. But they'll get them all over to a Department of Motor Vehicles to register them to vote Democrat. That's what they do. These people can't even speak English. We get an interpreter who's I can't knock the interpreter. I've never actually experienced this myself, so I don't want to go too far with the hyperboles. Yeah, no one's getting pulled over. These people, you've got gangs of quads and illegal street bikes and stuff riding around like they're in the middle of a parade all day, every day in various parts of Connecticut, and the police don't do nothing. Nothing. And then when it's in a motor vehicle, which they have no business driving, I mean, the DMV just gives them a license. I don't even think these people take a test. They just get a license. They register to vote Democrat. That's all the state wants from them. They want them in that housing, that subsidized housing. They want them being a burden everywhere on all the system. They get them their housing, their food, their medical stuff. They give them a license now. These people can't read our street signs. They don't read English. They don't speak English. Some of them can't read in their own language, right? That's a true story, bro. They can't even read in their own language. And they're out driving around on our streets causing accidents, and the police aren't doing anything. They're hurting families. They're destroying property. They're out there speeding, reckless driving, crashing, starting vehicle fires on our roads. Nothing. The police do nothing because there's so many of them. Yeah, that's the good old state of Connecticut for you. The socialist, racketeering, feminazi socialist police nanny state of Connecticut at its finest. The citizens who live here and have lived here their whole lives can't even get themselves a pistol permit right now. The police aren't processing. There's a huge lawsuit going up to federal court, and there's a number of chiefs of police in Connecticut who are named in that lawsuit for obstructing our rights to possess and bear arms, to keep and bear arms. But hey, man, I guess if you're an illegal immigrant, life is easy here in Connecticut. It all comes on a silver platter. All you got to do is promise you're going to vote Democrat, Nazi, socialist. It's pretty insane. But I digress from the politics. Been a nice quiet week camping. Been trying to get away from all that stress and all the manufactured hysteria of the state of Connecticut and the executive branch. When we get back home, we're going to dive in, straight in. And hopefully with this nice refreshment, I'm able to produce the content that you, fellow patriots, so righteously deserve. Has anybody got any questions for me about anything, about my family court case, about Activism News Network, about the state of Connecticut overall? Anyone want to talk about any Senate bills or House bills, anything? Anybody got anything particular on their mind that you'd like some answers to or some insight on? Or now's the time to do it. I'm keeping an eye on that comment section. Again, I guess I should emphasize this. Got a great interview with a family out of Kansas coming up later this evening. If not, first thing tomorrow morning, but I'm banking on this evening. Please watch it. There's a young man a young mentally incompetent man being abused by sheriffs out there and locked up in a cell. He might even be in solitary confinement, just compounding all of his mental problems. And they're trying to charge him with murder, despite the fact that the alleged victim doesn't want to file any charges and is the kid's mother. So, I mean, it's a big boondoggle out there in Kansas. We're going to spend some time unraveling that and putting it into the light so that we, the people, can look at what's going on and address it together, collectively, respectfully, and professionally, with a standard that that yields positive forces for progress. You know, we want to help this family. We want to help this young man. Jeez, my glasses are dirty. Look at that. Lots going on. Please check out NC Tyrant Hunter. The man is in some trouble, and he could use the support. If you have not been on over to NC Tyrant Hunter's channel and you are unaware of his arrest, NC Tyrant Hunter is dealing with an arrest that took place some time ago. It is turning his life upside down. The man is super stressed out, and to be frank here, I can hear the agony in his spirit. He's the man is hurting, and he needs some love. That's NC Tyrant Hunter. Get on over there and show NC Tyrant Hunter some love. I would imagine he needs some donations. He needs a good charitable donation to deal with the corrupt state and the corrupt courts and his situation out there, which is absolutely egregious. That's my favorite word. So please check out NC Tyrant Hunter. Look at his latest arrest video. Get in contact with him. Reach out to him. If you're in a position to be able to help, or you might have some insight or some ideas, please reach out to the man. I know he's truly going to appreciate that. And he needs it. He needs that nice pick-me-up. His spirit is hurting. Pick him up. Let him lean on you a little bit. Yeah, what else? Oh, I got a follow-up with the Chief of New London Police. The Chief of New London Police has been replaced. Rogue Nation and I went down there in July. We're denied access to their public lobby. We were both denied access to inspect records. The sergeant who came outside to discuss things with me has no idea what the Freedom of Information Act says. He was justifying denying us services while referring to the Freedom of Information Act. Kind of amusing, but very disturbing as well. So I did follow up with Chief of Police out there. Evidently, the chief, there's a new chief there. The lobby is opened. The new chief was very apologetic. I do have to say, I have high hopes for the city of New London and its police department. The new chief of police seems to be a pretty well-rounded guy, very American, very aware of our rights, and he immediately upon taking the position began taking steps to rectify the issues that we put some light on just a week prior to him taking the seat. So kudos to New London Police Department. Let's hope everything goes well for the new chief. I'll go ahead and put that video up for you guys this weekend as well. You can find out what's going on in New London in our follow-up to the video I made with Rogue Nation in the second week of July there. We are also going to be focusing on tax assessors, tax collection, the illegal taxation of private property carried out and expedited by tax assessors and collectors on behalf of municipalities. Going around about, the illegal taxation of property, and we're going to take a close look at that. We're going to find out if it is legal or if it is illegal. And we're going to be referring to a Supreme Court case that actually went to the Supreme Court here out of Connecticut. And we're going to look at the ruling. We're going to look at some transcripts. We're going to do some interviews. And we're going to get to the bottom of it. Taxation without representation is theft. And it seems like not just Connecticut, but many states are doing this. So I think it's worthwhile. I think we should take a real close look and talk to as many tax collectors and tax assessors as possible, and find out how it is that the state is essentially getting away with taxing private property, not residential, not commercial, not X, Y, or Z. I'm talking private property. Yeah, big things going on here. It's just I've been steamrolled. I mean, I don't know if any of you have ever dealt with a family court case, or have a child that you love, that you care for, that you provide for, that you would do anything for. My daughter's in a very dangerous place. Um, I haven't even been able to speak with her on a phone. The mother there's turned off all of her phones, and who knows what's going on over there. I don't even know if my daughter's alive right now. So that kind of eats me up on a regular basis and really drains that creative juice I got up there and kills my motivation. It breaks my spirit here. As if there's not enough else, enough of other things going on here in America to destroy a man's American spirit. It looks like my fellow campmates have returned. I would assume we're going to be cleaning up the rest of our camp here. I do sincerely appreciate you guys for joining in. Please hit that like button. Anyone got any questions for me about anything, any previous videos, any objectives of mine, any of my plans? Now's the time. Give me a question. Give me some questions, guys. Anything you want. The floor is yours before I close this up. Nothing? Anyone? Bueller? Anyone? Oh, I might be doing an interview with John Felix. I tried coordinating for why I lost my house, illegal tax hikes. They wanted my property, but a private citizen, yeah. Yeah, well, document that stuff, man. Pull some records on it. We'll get your story here on Tyrant Slayer Studios. I'll get you on here. We can tell the people what happened to you and discuss with those who it's happening to now possibilities, options, what we could do about it. The Vax Pass mandates. Yes. Before I went to sleep last night, I did see that the executive branch is mandating that employers mandate that their employees get vaccinated. And that is if you have a business with 100 or more employees. I have not looked very closely at all the details of this. What I just shared there, if you have 100 more employees, the executive branch is seeking to mandate that you mandate your employees be vaccinated. Now, on the surface, that sounds totally illegal to me. Businesses don't make mandates. Businesses can't mandate anything. The government will write a mandate, but businesses can't mandate anything, can they? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but a business can't legislate or mandate a goddamn thing. Now, there's a ton of people out there who have been injured by a number of medical procedures. I don't even want to say the V word. I don't want to get this channel taken. Listen, I might as well come out with a disclaimer right now. I am not giving anyone any medical information. We are not telling you what to do. We are not talking about anything here other than the egregious overreach of the federal government and this completely incompetent administration seeking to encourage businesses to mandate that their employees get the vaccination for this COVID-19. Look, you do what your primary physician suggests you do and what you think is right. I'm not even going to say, I have to be so careful here, so please bear with me. There you go, Rick Pierce. That's a good move, brother. Make sure those officials are safe. I think it's a very disgusting action taken by the Biden administration. I think it's illegal. I think we're going to see challenges to this all across the nation. I'm not one to drink sheep's milk. I will not be participating in these clinical trials or any sort of uh, quickly manufactured treatments. To me, uh, it just doesn't work with my health. I can't speak for anyone else, and I'm not giving health advice. I'm not sharing any medical advice. I'm talking about I know what's best for me, and I've got natural antibodies. Natural immunity is the best as far as science says. So that's what I've run with. I've had it with this executive branch. At the moment, I'm out of ideas of how we rectify the issues with it. It's a very terrifying time we live in right now. It's very un-American here in America. Um, and finding peaceful resolutions to these very real, very serious problems is becoming ever so trickier. And, our minds are really being put to the test here. Um, I will take a look when I get back home and into the headquarters, into my bunker within an undisclosed location. I will look into what the executive branch has put out as of yesterday. Um, but, there's going to be backlash from governors. You can count on backlash coming from governors. The states aren't going to have any of this. The only people that are going to go along with this are all the people, the radicals, the ignorant, nescient, uninformed, misinformed, misled, misguided victims of state manufactured hysteria and paranoia. Everybody's filled with fear. So none of their thinking and none of their voting, none of their politics are rational. They can't rationally make a decision about anything. They want old Joe to tell you what to do now, and tell them what to do. These people are sick. Mental health is a serious problem in this country. Far more serious than any pathogen I've personally come across. Can't speak for anyone out there, but we got some serious mental health issues in America today. And it's the mentally unhealthy that are going to be seeking to impose their deranged version of reality on the rest of us. Don't yell at these people. Don't hit them. Don't get violent against them. Just try to ignore them best you can, man, and focus on the prize, which is our laws. If your employer is trying to force medical decisions on you that you don't want to make, well, then sue your employer. Make your employer fire you. Make your employer follow the law. That's all. That's all we can do, right? I mean, we got to use our laws. We got to use our minds. That's all we can do. That's all I can really say about that until I learn more about it. Anything else? Anybody else got anything you'd like me to touch on? Aside from that very egregious overreach of the federal government and the executive branch last night. And again, I guarantee we're going to see a slew of governors against that, but not in any blue states, only the red states. This is like a political, as much as I hate to say it, this has been so politicized. It's only one side cares about any of this. Or only one side seems to be worried. It's really quite incredible. No other questions? We'll cut it off at 30 minutes even. We got 30 seconds left in the stream. Yeah, thank you, Fast Relief. Hey, Quality Contact, thank you so much for being here. Jacob Castro. Ed the Jarhead, thank you so much. Rick Pierce, always a pleasure, my man. Tony Streichard. Strikard. I hope I'm saying that properly. Thank you for being here. AFE, thank you. Robin Davis, thank you. Tune in later, guys. I got some great stuff coming out for you. Please share my links. Put my stuff up on your Facebook. Help me regenerate the pulse in this channel. YouTube and Google have been slamming me pretty damn hard. and it has taken an effect on my channel. So share my links, share my name. Stay tuned, and we'll have some great things for you later. Thanks for the support. Keep sharp out there. Keep American, and keep on keeping on. We'll get together soon. Ciao for now.